Okay, everyone says huskies are hard to start, so let's see how this goes. My next job, so floor joists are going to sit on the top plate and go all the way across this way, but they're going to be supported in the middle by a log beam going this way, and then there'll be a post here supporting the middle of the log beam. So my next job is to go select a log. I have to drive the other side of the lake where Jim and Bianca's big house that they're building is, and select a log, rip the top off so the top is flat where the floor joists are going to sit, and make a flat spot where the post is going to sit. These are the logs we have to choose from. This is Bianca and Jim's big house that they're building to move into. It's obviously not finished yet, but they're hoping to move in the end of this summer. It's very beautiful, obviously. It's also by far the biggest off-grid project I have ever seen, ever. Last time I was here, I was sanding all of these logs, all of those logs, and man, was it a big job. Since then, the floor and the ceiling have gone in, and it looks really, really good. And look at that view. It's even bigger from this angle, and wait till you see the basement. This is the basement. Super high ceilings, logs in the basement, kind of a workshop, and all the plumbing in here. There's also a piece of the bedrock sticking out of the floor. That's kind of a fun feature. I mean, they didn't have a choice, but it's still cool. Okay, first thing we have to do is select our log. It has to be at least 26 feet long, and it has to be between 12 and 14 inches at the top, which is the small end of the log, because obviously logs taper. This one looked really nice. It was 13.5 inches at the top, but unfortunately, we are too short. This one has just over a 12-inch top. Very long, almost 33 feet. Which is much longer than we need. So we'll cut more of the top end off, and that'll give us a slightly bigger top as well. Now we gotta get it off of here using this. This is our log. I'm going to try to lift this end out first. I'm gonna go find, we'll need a chalk line, which I have, a 2-foot level, which I'll have to find, and maybe something to kind of clean this stuff off with, some kind of scraper, I don't know. We got a level. That was much easier than expected. I also think I may have, oh, maybe not. We need a chainsaw. Chainsaw gas, that's good. Don't know how old that is. Oh, there is a chainsaw. Nice. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What are we dealing with? That's a very little bar. And a very loose chain. The chain is nice and sharp though, and I don't think we're going to need a bigger bar than this, because is probably a 16-inch bar. We got a level and saw and some gas and oil, and I found this. It doesn't really work, but... Ew, that's so gross. Okay, it sort of works. Works on the slimy stuff. I'm gonna do this. Okay, everyone says Huskies are hard to start, so let's see how this goes. He does sound pretty fucking dead, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna give that a minute. Use the decompression this time. I don't usually do that. No life. No life to be had. Our air filter is pretty dirty, but I don't think that's what's stopping it from starting. Spark plug looks fine.
Port.
I recruited Jim.
I'm sure I tested it. We'll be able to have it around here.
What are you doing now?
I'm just going to take off everything and see if I can clean a little bit.
Is that the carburetor?
Yes.
What's all the electric stuff?
That's the auto tune.
Ah. The other thing, mine was running rough for a while, and I took it to the shop, and they said it needed a software update.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Software update. Software update. What?
Yeah, that's what I said too. And I was like, how do I know when it needs another software update? And he's like, well, it'll just start running rough again.
Chainsaw.
I came as close to hitting this as you can get to hitting this without actually hitting it. Everyone's like, I would love to live in the bush. It looks euphoric. It looks like a slice of heaven. Heaven with bugs. You gotta be able to deal with. These are all blood-sucking, flesh-biting, big fat lumps when they get you. Black flies. Ow. Bite through your clothes too. Terrible. We're gonna go fishing again, but we're fishing for walleye. Yes, this is the same setup I caught the giant pike on, but it is a walleye setup. Don't ignore the fact that it says Mojo Bass. It's for walleye. Any pike caught today will be released. Okay, so my phone stopped recording for someone, but look what I got. Look at that. What a beautiful fish. This is, of course, a walleye. It is. You can see his teeth, and that's a very, very nice fish. Good night, and I'll see you in the morning. Morning. Well, that was briefly very exciting.
Woke up and I heard water running. I looked everywhere and I couldn't find anything water. I'm still asleep, by the way. And then I looked under there and I actually still couldn't see anything. But the hose that just popped off of this connection and was pouring water at like hose speed. So I got this bucket and put it under here, and then I just ran out there and shut off. There's just a turn off that I shut off to keep it from coming in. And in that time, it managed to fill the entire bucket. But yeah, that was briefly very exciting. But seeing as we're up, you should come out and look at the lake. It's very, very misty. You know how all you guys are like, oh my gosh, that looks like heaven. This does look like heaven. Look at that. The sunrise. Hello. Here, can you take this?
Can I what? Eat that? No, I'm okay.
These are looking pretty good. Now we just gotta clean them up with the grinder. There we go. Nice and smooth. Look at this bug. It's a staghorn beetle, I believe. It's alive. She's alive. That's what we're going to be using to get these up there. Well, they're up there. Still got a still got a bit of fiddling around to do with them, but The hard part's over, hopefully. I want to do an experiment with pike versus walleye for the taste and texture and all that.